Well, another legacy band that may actually be at the end of their road just due to health issues.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones.
Health issues?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Rolling Stones never believed the day would come when they'd retire amid calling off the 2026 tour. Rock icons, Rolling Stones may no longer be able to give the fans satisfaction after the insiders say
All right.
that the group was forced to axe its upcoming tour due to the fragile health of guitarist Keith Richards.
Wait a minute. That can't be real. Keith Richards, the guy that's never going to die? He cannot be having health problems. Stop it.
That's what they're saying. Due to the fragile health of guitarist Keith Richards, who's urging his geriatric bandmates to slow down instead of chase after the dollars. They were forced to call off their summer gigs in huge stadiums in England and Europe after sources say Richards, 82, told bandmates Mick Jagger, 82, and Ron Wood, 78, to count him out.
Do you think they could go out without him? That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. That's like Aerosmith going out without Joe Perry,
which they've done.
Yeah, but it wasn't successful.
Yeah, but they did do it. I mean, that was before nostalgia was a huge thing.
True.
Would people go and see Ron Wood and Mick Jagger as the Rolling Stones?
Or would Keith Richards take a lesser demanding role and just roll on out in a wheelchair just to wave?
Mick Jones it. Hey, everybody, I'm going to play this one song.
Right.
It's Waiting for a Friend.
Yeah. Bill X will be filling in for me tonight.
That's right.
Oh, wait a minute. He's out with Triumph. Well, when he gets back, he'll fill in for me.
I think he'd leave that Triumph tour before you could get it out of your mouth to go join the Rolling Stones for a tour.
Right. The band was looking to tour earlier this year, but couldn't make it work either, says a source. They all had big promoters throwing loads of ideas and dates at them for their next summer. But when they properly sat down to discuss the tour, Keith said he didn't think he could commit and wasn't keen on big stadium tours for over 4 months. This has been a pretty brutal wake-up call. Keith's health is the elephant in the room here. He's blaming arthritis. But of course, there are fears it's more than that. Years of hard living don't just disappear, and there's a growing worry that all the drugs and the booze may finally be catching up with him.
You're kidding.
The source adds that the tours are important because as much money as they're going to lose by not touring, as if they need the money,
yeah,
this is really about what they're missing out on from the identity standpoint. Being on the road isn't just what they do, it is who they are. They don't need the money, but they're addicted to the excitement of touring and performing, and it's becoming their entire sense of purpose. Even though they've talked about retiring for decades and done all sorts of farewell tours, none of them truly believe that the day would come when it would actually be over. None of the guys have ever wanted to confront their age or slow down, but this situation is forcing them to face it head on, and it's incredibly uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Ronnie confirmed that the group would have a new album out soon. As for touring, a spokesman said, according to The Sun, it's hard for their fans, but the Stones will get back on stage when they're good and ready.
So one final concert is what that sounds like. They're going to lead you up to one big final goodbye. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's hard to criticize them because they still do bring it at a high level.
Sure they do.
You know, I mean, unlike a lot of the bands that you just listed that are 20 years younger than them, the Stones still put on a good show from everything I've seen and heard. You know what? It might be time. You know, Mick Jagger, what is he, 900?
Well, I just listed their ages.
How old was he? 80-something?
Both Mick and Keith are 82, and Ron is 78.
Well, maybe Mick should go at that age. Mick should maybe spend some time with his brand new baby. Says the odds are real good that he doesn't make it to seeing that baby graduate junior high school. Maybe he comes off the road and spends time with his actual kid.
Well, maybe he could join the Beach Boys.
Well, that's an availability as well.